This guy is a cold-blooded killer. It scares everyone. Every time I mention his name, the opponent only knows how to piss his pants. Your sword one AI can be compared. The speed of your sword. It's faster than the speed of an X. He can face 500 people alone, without losing a single hair. But this handsome traveler named Kenshin. Make an oath again. No more killing. The weapon you use is a reverse-edged sword. To always remind ourselves. Will he finally keep that vow? Then, please share 10 points of review to see this movie. It starts as a survival match among the old regime and people who want to build a better future. In the battle, there's a very formidable sword-dancing young man. Side. A super-top samurai with many very strong skills. He belongs to the Kamikaze Real. He's also known as the notorious assassin. When you draw your sword, then everyone will fall down. On the side of the desert is a man with a good sword. Sato. This father always wanted to solo a match with the wrong Bato, but it looks like the flag of victory has gone up. The Dai-Tan faction won. Bato-sai now wants nothing more. He dropped his sword to the ground and quietly to Sato's regret, I thought it would end. In a pile of dead bodies, there's a man standing up. He was the only one who survived the battle. He's a samurai of the shogunate. He touched the katana sword. A flow of deadly gas into and he knew this sword was from AI. 15 after the Bato-side now washed sword guard hand. I became a tourist traveling everywhere. And an oath not to kill again. And your name is Bato-side. Changed to Himura Kenshin. There are many murder cases in Tokyo. He killed an AI and left a piece of paper. Moreover, he impersonated himself as Himura Bato-side. Kenshin is currently eating lollipops. I just saw the sign. A wooden sword pointed at him. She is Kamikaze from Kamikaze Real. I just saw this guy with a scar. You suspect he's the killer. Just because you carry the sword with you, girl. Kuru stormed into a fierce attack. Our main character, Kenshin, now only knows how to dodge. Then you explain it to that girl. Know the truth about your sword. The sword he was carrying. It's a reverse-edged sword. This sword cannot kill. After knowing everything, Karaoke gave Kenshin a towel and she left. Over here, the guy sitting there smoking a pipe is Takeda Kangri. He is a traitor. But that's just the name. And the truth is, he's a drug dealer. He made the goods for him. The girl standing next to him, her name is Megami and she's a very good doctor. But for some reason it worked for this Kanryu. This merchant is cruel and cunning. When the goal is achieved, he will give you. Kill those who worked for him. Suddenly a doctor escaped. He's not afraid. He also said he'll be taken care of by Bato-side. Kanryu bribed the best assassins about working for me. One of them is called a fake Bato-side. Megami has seen the brutality of Kangaroo. You know you will be the next victim. So Megami escaped the four-eyed guy. Then you tell the police everything. But the Kangaroo sent an assassin to kill her. He's a cold-blooded killer. Is the Bato-side imposter. This assassin has the ability to hypnotize and his opponents. Die in pain. Megami right now. They quickly escaped that monster. Kuru was walking by when he saw the killer. She asked that Bato-side imposter. Atsao again smeared the real Kamikaze. But this killer doesn't want to talk. I want to use the sword instead of the girl drew her sword. But this killer is too strong. Megami was injured in the hand, while thousands of pounds hanging. Then our hero appears. Kenshin went to return the embroidered towel. Accidentally saved you. The killer now recognizes you as Kenshin. With scars and agility skills. He's going to use hypnosis on you. No doubt it doesn't work. The police have also arrived. Kenshin and Rubber also have a chance to run away. Then Kaoru took Kenshin to his dojo. She also said that before this place was a dojo. There are a lot of students. But when her father lost the dojo, there was no AI. She will continue to maintain this dojo. You continue to follow your father's path and with his ideals. The sword is not a tool for killing. There's a four-eyed guy on this side. The police came to investigate. Not expected. The old Sato has now become the police captain. He asked the real Kong about the trade case. Maitu and the Bato-side imposter. But he doesn't seem to answer. The four-eyed man showed his compassion. He's bringing charity food to the poor. A group of people stormed into Kaoru's dojo. He came here on Kang's orders to buy back the dojo, but Kang refused to sell. If you want this dojo, you have to step over your body. Broke everything. They arrested a boy named Yahiko. This boy went to the dojo to learn, but Kang thinks he's just here to play. What to study? That boy Yahiko stormed Raw beat the thugs. This kind of beating is like an egg against a rock. That kid was thrown out. Then they stormed the dojo. Rubber also resists but not enough strength. Surprise! There's a thug outside who's been knocked out by that AI. That's Kenshin. He's here to save Kaoru. After reading the 5 things Uncle Ho Kenshin stormed the streets with the thugs. Just using your hands is enough to take out a few. Then Kenshin entered the dojo with reverence. I left my taps outside. Then he used two wooden swords against the Kia thugs. With fast speed and skillful, you took out most of them. Kenshin then drew his sword raw. Thugs laughing at you. Because it's a reverse-edged sword, Kenshin hit them with his sword. In the blink of an eye they all lay down. Carloser knows, you're the old bad-aside killer. Suddenly people outside rushed in. The police also went to investigate. For a while, Kenshin was arrested for disrupting public order. At this point Go-Ryu ran back to ask the benefactors. Kenshin is reunited with his old friend Sato. He came to Kenshin to discuss business. Sato took Kenshin to meet him. One of them is Yamahagata, an old acquaintance of Kenshin. Kenshin was on his side. Yamahagata is a man who wants peace in society. No violence. But the traffickers want the opposite. So Yamahagata asked Kenshin to help him eliminate them. But Kenshin has now washed his sword guard's feet. I don't want to get involved in murder anymore. Sato here is very angry. He drew his sword. Bro wants to fight Sato Kenshin. Wants Kenshin back. But Kenshin still holds his own. Because the sword you're wearing is a reverse sword. So Kenshin injured himself. Mr. Yamahagata here saw that also mercifully. When I went back to the Kenshin gate, I found rubber. She brought Kenshin an umbrella. He invited Kenshin to his dojo. Kenshin also frankly agreed. To Kenshin dojo got to know Yahiko boy and Megami girl. This side, for eyes want to accelerate the progress of my trade. He wants the whole country to kneel down. Then Kenryu went to the free fire market and bought it for himself. The 6-barreled cannon was painted gold. Rice Dame impersonator Batoshi. He continues to practice at this time. Cut off his hire. While walking around, Kenshin recalled the unforgettable scene. That's the scene where Kenshin was on a mission. You killed a man. This person has a strong will. So, he stood up and decided to fight Kenshin. Your scar is also from here. Then Kenshin still mercilessly finished him off. It's a sad past that Kenshin never forgot. Kenshin went out to eat with everyone. At the same time the Four Eyes arrived. Megami now quick coil feet before. Kanu wants to buy calcium. But you refused. Then a dog blood appeared. This guy's name is Sanosuke. He's a disorderly person who fights. Kenryu gives money to Sanosuke and wants Sanosuke to eliminate Kenshin. Blood dog carrying a dagger. That's what it's like to fight. Kenshin uses some basic lines. Made that guy breathless. Sanosuke finally gave up. Kenshin would never draw his sword. The game is finally over. Here, Sanosuke returned the money to the four-eyed man and left. The next day, while eating, the people to ask for help. Many people have been poisoned by water. Fortunately, there is Megami. You've created an antidote, and you've healed people. The needle in the wrap for a long time. Everyone knows the true identity of Megami. You're a person with a tradition of medicine. After the war, they were all killed. Kenshin was suspicious of Megami's actions. She also told Kenshin about the victims that you made to apricot for them. You used to work for Kanguri. Megami regrets working for him. This toxic stuff has made a lot of people suffer. After hearing Megami's words, Kenshin hated the Kanguryu even more. I decided to destroy him. Right now, Dog Blood Guy also wants to please go through help. Meanwhile, Megami went to the Kanguryu alone. You left a letter. If I don't go to him, he will not forgive everyone. It turns out that the Kanguryu's subordinates came to see to harm those around him. If you don't come back, the poisoning was also done by him. Understand everything. Kenshin with the Dog Blood Guy to rescue Megami. Megami is here, intent to assassinate the Kanguryu. You're here to destroy him, not help him. But she's a weak-footed girl with soft hands. So Megami has 7 failures. Outside Kenshin and his friend also Both of you flew in to clean up your men. Although the number of Kia is larger, but Kenshin is alone. You have good sword skills. Combined with agile speed, the men blinked and lay down half of the four-eyed men. I'm afraid to pee right now. Give me the money. Who's strong enough to kill Kenshin? Soon all the guards were down. Both enter the house. Here a man who eats a lot comes out. Stop both of you. Sanosuke's friend decided to fight him. Kenshin is fighting the masked man. Looks like this guy's harder to eat than the Kia guys. He attacked top Kenshin. Thanks to the fast speed, that Kenshin has deconstructed his consciousness. Then Kenshin deployed his sword. The mask is also bad. This is a bloody fight with dog blood. Both fought fiercely from outside hitting into the kitchen. But it seems that Sanosuke is weak. Suddenly you get meat and wine to drink. It seems that the power of Sanosuke is increased. It seems your power only comes into play when you're full. Sanosuke fought back with a powerful fist. The blood is now on the ground. Over here, Kenryu is with his 6-barreled cannon. He fired at Kenshin and Sanosuke. This gun is too powerful. Make both of you hide and wait for the opportunity. Sato also came to help Kenshin. Kenshin and Sanosuke pretend to surrender, to distract the four-eyed. Sato takes the opportunity. He slashed the light on the ceiling with his sword and made it fall where the Kanguryu was standing. He was eventually arrested. Kenshin also goes to the rescue of Megami. I also know a surprise. Kuru is currently under arrest by Defied. Being a hostage, he wants to fight Kenshin for life and death. When Kenshin arrived, the Defied fake used hypnosis on the rubber. He wants Kenshin to draw his sword. I want you to break your vow. Both of you fight. Kenshin is weak right now. You just fought in the last battle. Rubber is still under arrest. So the fake Defied attacked Kenshin. Then he stabbed you. This guy's speed is as fast as Kenshin's. Kenshin was knocked out by him. Name Defied fake turned over. Use hypnosis again on Kawaryu. This time you will find it difficult to breathe. Kenshin is angry. You're flying towards the killer at incredible speed. Name Defied fake eagerly. What he expected has come. Kangaroo will die in 2 minutes. To neutralize having to kill this Defied fake, Kenshin has now used his last trick. You attack his hand. He couldn't kill with a sword anymore. You will not break your vow. But the killer was humiliated. He finally ended it himself, so the rubber escaped death. Kenshin carries rubber for treatment. The dog was also taken home by the police. After stopping the 2 tomorrow traders, Kenshin and his friends, there were moments together. Fun. Rubber Dojo has more and more students. Kenshin is their driving force. But this scarred-faced guy, I don't want to teach the sword. Because I think in this day and age, the sword is meant to save lives. To kill now Megami also stayed in the dojo. She now has her own clinic. I thought Kenshin would live in peace. Have fun with your 2 bottles. There's a new group of disruptors in Tokyo. Sato also came here to see the situation. Your people have faced them. Time to meet the leader. I saw your teammates hanging. That leader was wrapped in bandages like an Egyptian mummy. Then he killed every single one of Sato's teammates. Sato is now angry and unable to speak. The guy in the bandage seems to be injured all over. Turns out he's the one who took part in the old battle with Sato and Kenshin. Sato plans to go up and fight. The bandaged man quietly left. Sato can only hold this hatred in his heart. And that's why the police came to Kenshin. Minister of Food and Drink wants Kenshin to finish off the leader. Because he's worried about the future of the country. His name is Shishi and he's from the Meiji faction. In terms of sword speed, he is on par with Kenshin. That name is also considered the successor to the Butterside killer. After winning, his own men killed him and they burned his body. I thought this guy had gone back to his grandparents. Let's not expect miracles to happen. A snowfall puts out the fire. A full-body injured person crawls up with all his might. He's back. They want to destroy the new government. He's already started his comeback plan. That guy picked up assassins with his own ideals and formed a new gang to overthrow the government. So Tokuda asked Kenshin for help. If you complete the mission, all the sins that have been committed so far have been wiped out. Then Minister Choken asked for time to think. I went home and talked to everyone. Right now, Shishio had the assassin sold under the minister's car. He's got very fast speed and super skills. Very quickly he assassinated the minister before sending you off. He also left a message from Shishio. Kenshin saw it all. Many people in the village were killed by him. You decided to destroy that Egyptian mummy. Let him not behave anymore. On the way home, Aryu stopped him. I don't want Kenshin to go back. Kill as before. But after hearing Kenshin explain everything, I think it makes sense to let you go. Kenshin disguised walking on the road, was discovered by Shiasio's subordinates. The dog's blood over here. He was angry that Kenshin had left without asking him. Go out. I can't believe I met a very strange guy right now. He asked Sanosuke where the Defied was. Sanosuke here did not reply. He flew in to hit top Sanosuke. But because Sanosuke is the king of spanking, he can stand it. A while later, he hit me 3 times and didn't look at me. Megami was lucky to arrive in time. Sanosuke is selling salt. The killer left. Kenshin is resting for a drink. Then you're stolen by the AI. This girl doesn't seem to know how to use a sword. Turns out her name is Yu. Why did she take Kenshin's sword? Is there an order now? Who carries the sword with him? Then they both played the puzzle I caught you. Look at the looks. They seem to be spinning together. After listening to Kenshin explain the sword, reverse girl, I just missed you. Suddenly a Boran back for help. Both of you follow the boy to the place. I saw a man covered in blood. That's the boy's brother. Because the Shishio found out he's a cop. So, you were attacked by one of them. The boy's brother asked him to save his parents. The next morning they followed the boy to the village. Here they saw boy's parents or subordinate Shishio log out. The thugs also appeared. Kenshin rushed up to beat them. Although the number is larger, but you're the number 1 killer. So in the blink of an eye they're all taken down by you. Take the boy's parents down. The villagers ran out to stop because doing so would anger Mr. Shishio. No, Kenshin still took them down and buried them. Suddenly Sissio's men appeared. Invite Kenshin back to the base. Sissio's name right now. He is also enjoying the pleasure of cutting people. Other side, Megami advised Karo to go to Kyoto to help Kenshin. Sanosuke and Yuhiko are also there. Kenshin met with Shisio. You to talk about the country. The new Shisio wanted to take the whole country into his own hands. But Kenshin didn't.